Hello, everyone. I'm Will, and for this week's assignment, I decided to do my dream job speech on the music industry. So, to start, people like to express themselves in many different ways, and the way that you choose says a lot about you. A few ways I express myself the best are clothes, sports, watching movies, but my favorite is music. I wasn't incredibly musically gifted when I was younger, even though I did play a few instruments like the guitar, trumpet, and piano.
We were up there up north. We woke up at 5 a.m. to teach.
I understand that it's one of the more unique ways of expression in human history. So, what is an artist? They're someone who expresses themselves using music. They craft original work, they illustrate emotion through songs, they try to build a real connection with the audience across different platforms. Now, with that being said, it kind of first turned into a business when the phonograph was invented by Thomas Edison in 1877. Now, according to the International Federation of the Phonographic Industry, which is the organizational trade system that monitors the recorded music industry, says that, in 2024, it is a multi-billion-dollar business worldwide, largely fueled by streaming apps like Spotify, Apple Music. For example, Spotify's mission, like most goals in the music industry, is to unlock the potential of human creativity by giving millions of artists the opportunity to live off their art and giving billions of fans the opportunity to enjoy and be inspired by it. I really value how artists can express themselves using their own voice. I sometimes have trouble expressing myself through my words and behaviors, so I try to find other ways to, show other people that I care. But it's a satisfying feeling listening to music, on the way to class or at practice, everyday activities. So my first parallel was creativity. I did take a music production course in high school, and obviously I did play a few instruments when I was younger, as you saw in those earlier clips. But at the time, I really wasn't thinking that music could be a realistic option. I was just really more so intrigued by the potential of audio instruments and the excitement of creating something new. And actually, that class turned out to be one of my favorites just because it offered a comfortable environment for me to test and create something original, which is exactly what artists do in their day to day basis. So I thought that was a really good connecting point. So, my second key parallel is emotional expression. I believe I am someone who feels really deeply and is in good contact with my emotions, and that kind of stemmed from learning how to do things independently on my own when I was younger. So now, at any point when I'm feeling any stressed out, uncertain, happy, powerful, strong emotions, I'm usually playing a little bit of music or some of my favorite playlists or songs. And that process, kind of allows me to just make more sense of my feelings. So I do like music a lot as an outlet for my emotions. When I see musicians put their heart and their soul into a piece of work, I can really affect the bond that, someone has with their audience, or vice versa, audience with the artist. So, in reference, actually, Spotify for Artists, approximately 70% of the audience claims that they identify with the songs that match their feelings, which is evidence that being emotionally open is significant to keys to success in the music industry. My third parallel is compassion and connection. My friends, family, professors, and coaches, they often see the interest that I show in the activities that we are engaging in and the people around me. I show a lot of emotion, and it's not because I get frustrated, but it's more so that I care about the people that I'm spending my time with. And I think that empathy can be compared to the way that music artists often make people understood and acknowledged in their music. In fact, independent artists can grow by the support from fans sharing music for various reasons, demonstrating that caring and sincerity builds enduring relationships, just like the support I believe in and the people that are close to me. Whether I end up as a full-time music artist or not, I don't know. But I do know that I'll always be creating, expressing myself, and connecting with people in the best ways that I can. That's what music is, and that's who I am. Thank you for watching, everybody.